I'm joined here by the one and only MMA prospect Nich Maximov, set to compete at Submission Underground 13 coming up April 26th. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm just chilling. Just got done training. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for asking. Where are you at currently in the world?
I'm back at my parents' spot. I was in Stockton the last few days, but I just went back to my parents' spot just because I'm about to leave to Portland in a couple days. So just trying to get some rounds in and hanging out, feeling good.
So have you been affected at all by, the quarantines and the being forced to stay home and all that?
Yeah, I think it's affected everyone, and that's and I've kind of definitely changed my training thing and kind of had to lay low a little bit. But I still try to hit my round thing, but training like jiu-jitsu and MMA and boxing and all that stuff has been difficult.
100%. So how are you training? I mean, did you have to get organized with different training partners and everything? I mean, can you give us some insight there?
Yeah, I today I had a black belt. I trained with a black belt for like 5 rounds or whatnot, and it was just him and I, nobody else. So kind of like secretive and like confidential and stuff. And that's how I've been training or wrestling or boxing, is just kind of doing one-on-ones more than anything.
And so tell me a little bit about Submission Underground. I mean, how did this all come together?
I competed in Mission Underground probably like 3 times already, so I kind of have ties with them. But the whole event, I thought this one was going to get canceled because of the whole virus, but I guess it's going to all go through. I mean, I don't even know the location or anything yet,
Right.
but yeah, we just kind of talked to each other and got a match going, so it's cool. Kind of, yeah, it's been kind of weird process, but it's worked out.
I mean, did you have any doubt on doing this grappling match? Because we know, with all the craziness that's going on, I think this is like the only combat sport that's going on.
Yeah, not really. I haven't. I didn't really even second guess it. Even like no matter the shape or anything I'm in, I'm always good to go and always ready to rock. So it's just kind of like doing that thing. Really, I don't know. People kind of, I don't want to say giving me grief, but been like, like, why are you doing it and all that? And I'm like, why not? Like
Yeah.
everything's like everyone's gonna disagree with something that you do, and I'm like, I'd rather do something like this than stay at home and do nothing, or stay at home and watch people do this, knowing that they're doing it. And I had the opportunity. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think of it differently. Like, no one's giving me a legitimate reason not to do it.
It's interesting you mentioned the reaction because I believe, people would be giving you grief for doing stuff like this. I mean, what's your social media look like? Do you have people coming after you for this, or is it pretty tame?
It's the same, but because I haven't really promoted it yet or anything. But I've had people on Facebook. Well, I've had people like say, "Why would people be doing this, knowing I'm doing it?" And it's like, I know who you're talking to. Just next time, just tag me. Like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, "Why people doing this Submission Underground? Why people doing this? Why people doing that?" It's like, uh, why? It's like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna just stay home and watch people do it and do nothing. It's like, yeah, no. I see people being like, it's so selfish of them, this and that, and it's like, it's in one out the other. I don't think of it like that, but yeah,
So, with it being the only sporting event that's going on, do you think there's going to be more eyeballs on you guys this time? I
yeah,
mean, like, is this going to be good for your career?
yeah. I think so, and I think last time this whole virus happened, they did one like 3-4 weeks ago, and it was on like
Right.
ESPN and Sports Center. So I'm like, I'm not even just trying to go win. I'm just trying to like kill as fast as I can, just try to get a cool ass little finish and a cool little thing. And I mean, I got a tough dude, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not going to like win over. If it goes to overtime, I'm gonna just like throw something up stupid. If I get caught, he gets caught, whatever. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm trying to go. It's jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be more like kill, be killed, rather than just kind of like wait. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make this go overtime. You know what I'm saying? There's so many eyeballs, and it's like, if I have a boring 5 minutes, like, I already
Right.
lost. Like, even if I win, I already lost. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
with
how
that
I
being
play.
said, I mean, do you feel extra pressure because of that? Because we know that with all those eyeballs, I mean, if you don't perform, there's a potential that it could get swept under the rug.
No, I think of it like pressure is earned. So it's like, if I got pressure, that's a cool thing. Like, I didn't put it on myself. People are putting it on me. So it's like,
Right.
keep doing that. It's like, I'm earning it. I like that type of thing. People look at pressure as a negative, but it's like really pressure is a positive thing to have in your life because it means people care about what you're doing and how things shape out. So I'm like, you can keep on giving me it. And I'm going against a black belt, and I'm only
Right.
brown. So I'm like, hell yeah, bring it on. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might get my ass whooped, but I might whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? It's going to
Right.
go one way or the other. Hopefully, like, I'm not trying to be boring. You know, like, that's not what I'm in it for.
And so when you compete in these grappling tournaments, is that very beneficial for you in your career in MMA because it helps you sharpen up your ground game, or is that just kind of like something we don't quite realize?
I do it just to because it's well, especially right now. What else is there to do?
Right.
You know, and if I don't have a fight,
Exactly.
I'll be competing jiu-jitsu. Like I just did Worlds, you know what I'm saying, a few months ago. And it's like I had a fight coming up a month later, but I still did it because it's like that's going to determine what shape I am at that time 4 weeks before. Do I need to go a little harder? Do I need to stay the same? Do I need to do this or that? And it's going to sharpen everything up, but it's more. I enjoy it too. I enjoy all aspects of it. If there was a boxing thing this weekend, I'd try to box, or if there was a wrestling thing, I'd try to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy all of it, so I do it just because I think it's going to benefit me. You know what I'm saying? For my MMA career, I wouldn't do it if it didn't benefit me. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
try to do anything negative like that. You know, so
And
yeah,
so if I'm not mistaken, you do train with the Diaz brothers, right?
yeah, correct.
And so, I'm sure being that you train with them, do you get a ton of questions about them, like to the point where it can start to get annoying?
I do, but I mean, I don't get annoyed just because it's a cool thing to have in your life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's cool to have those people. So I mean, people will ask me, but I'm like, I'm always open. Like, if people are curious and whatnot, like I'm always like, yeah, you know, ask me whatever. You know, it's cool. I like it. So yeah,
Well, speaking of which, we have to take that opportunity. Just only one question on the Diaz brothers here.
sure.
Nick Diaz did a lot of media. There was a lot of talk. Is he going to come back? Is he not going to come back? As someone that's with him, do you think he's going to come back? And as someone who trains with him, do you think he should come back?
It's up to him. He's already had a great. So should he come back? He's already had a great legacy, and you know
Right.
he's the best of all time. So it's kind of like I don't. He has nothing left to prove. But at the same time, I do think they're fighters and everything, and it's like if he wants to come, he'll come. But I don't know. I think you know the whole quarantine and everything. It's like I don't know. We talk about it, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things where we just try to let it happen naturally, and hopefully it does. Because I think everyone wants to see him fight, but
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I put my money on it, but it'd be cool if he did. You know, I could be wrong though. I mean, it's
Right.
yes one day and no the other, but I don't think I put my money on it right now.
And so, getting back to this grappling event, you mentioned you don't know the location. I think they did that by design. They also want to hide it from the media and everything. Does that
Yeah,
make it weird for you as a competitor that they tell you, "Hey, you're going to compete, but we're not going to tell you where until I don't know how it works, maybe last minute."
yeah, that's bad. I think that's kind of tight because it's like no one knows, and like what if people try to protest? You know what I'm saying, or
Right.
try to do something like that? Then it's like that makes sense because a lot of people are got mouths on them like that, and they just would be telling all their friends and stuff. So I'm like, no, I don't. I think it's a smart idea that they're not doing that. So I agree with it. I wouldn't do it either. You know, not until the day before or whatever. I think it's cool, but yeah.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. And you said you're going to be traveling to Portland. Are you nervous at all about travel? Because we've seen, all the footage, all the crazy stuff going on in the news. Are you nervous about that?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I didn't think about it a whole. I mean, I've thought about it, but I'm more kind of like whatever happens, happens. It's like I don't know. I'd rather be doing that type of shit and something happens than be stuck in my house. To be honest, I get so bored out here.
Right.
Or in Stockton, I'm like, damn, I'm so bored. There's anything to do but training. We can't even train. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather go travel and risk all that shit than be at my house just bored, out of my mind. So that's just me.
And so, how's your diet and everything going so far in quarantine? Because we hear, especially the non-athletes, that talk about, I'm eating Cheetos all day and stuff like that. How are you dealing with that?
I'm I'm good. I'm like when I got stuff coming up, I go cold turkey on everything. So I'm like, my diet's good, everything's good. I feel good, and um, we got some people that send us some stuff our way too, which helps. And yeah, I'm like, I don't really eat chips in general. I mean, like if I do anything off my diet, it's like a pizza or something, or like a hamburger, but not even like a
Right.
pizza, it's like a vegan pizza.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's not anything crazy, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. My diet's good. I try to, in waters and stuff too, I try to keep it all cool.
All right, so that leaves me just one last question. What can we expect from this grappling match coming up April 26th?
Hopefully it's like the match of the night that kind of steals everyone's eyes more than anything. I could care less about, like, I mean, I want to win, of course. I'm not doing it because I think I'm gonna lose. I want
Right.
to win more than anything, but I want it to be cool. I don't want to win in overtime. I think that's stupid. I want to win like doing something crazy. I think it'd be tight, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying, get some eyes. But it'll be cool. Hopefully people watch and everything, and it goes good.
All right. Well, hopefully it does look good. Hopefully we're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for the time, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good one.